Hey y'all, it's racing day, so loud out here I can't hear a thing. Man, the fans are going wild. And these drivers came to rock, and no place else but Fox knows how to do it NASCAR style.
Boogity, boogity, boogity! Let's go racing, boys!
Hey now, here we go, race day. Don't you be going slow. Keep that pedal down on the floor. Push it to the crowd, can't take no more. Be here since the flag came down. Be here to the last lap around. Worked all week, it's time to play. Gonna get a little bit sideways. Here since the flag came down. Be here to the last lap around. Worked all week, it's time to play. Gonna get a little bit sideways.
Yeah, I still didn't get it right. Oh well. What's going on, guys? It's the Scream Fanatic. Welcome back to Sonoma for another round of fun. I'm joined here with Austin, my old co-driver from Demolition Derby, and as always, we have Terry Freer. Not as always, but he decided to join us. This is the fixed setup race. There is no advantage to anyone. Terry, how did you feel with that steering change?
It feels better for me.
And that's more wheel in it, right?
Nope.
That's
That'd
less
be
wheel.
like, it'd be like running 8-1.
Oh, so what's this current one?
That'd be like a 12-1.
What do you have on the Coda setup?
I'm pretty sure I have this.
Pretty sure.
It's got something pretty quick, I think. I thought it was this one.
Maybe? Can't look. That's what sucks.
Yeah.
I guess I'll just try it out. Race is starting, so I've only got practice on what they gave me. So.
You'll want to put the front master cylinder at 7/8 inch and brake bias at 60.1.
Is that going to prevent lockups? Because I was braking just fine.
It'll prevent it from spinning when you're braking on the uphill.
Oh, yeah, I usually just let the fucking RPMs weigh me down on the fucking uphill stuff. Drag it.
Called engine braking.
Yeah.
Your engine braking.
I'm just trying to survive. I'm not
It's
trying
easier to explain what you're doing when you know what things are called.
Yes, but you figured it out just pretty easily, right?
I mean, I knew what engine braking was before
Yes,
anybody
Shane, but
even said
I
anything.
also know you.
Let the RPMs bring you down.
I don't know about you, but when I'm sad, the RPMs only bring me up. So
Well, they can bring me up when we get out of the fucking hill.
Oh my goodness, my motorcycle forks will be here tomorrow. Hopefully they don't leak like my other ones.
What's your number?
35.
Damn, you're not in my race.
I'm like probably the last one in my split. What's your number?
11.
Oh gosh, man. The one shot that we had at being in the same race together. And I'm still on another level.
Yeah, I'm curious to see what the strength of field is.
Mine's 1300.
I can't see. I don't know what mine is.
Yours is
Fuck.
probably like 1050 or something, somewhere around there.
You've got wheel damage.
I've got wheel damage. This is what happens when I go out for practice.
Track temp is hot. 106. It's hotter than it was in practice, I can already tell. This is so
Jump
loose,
stops on the right.
sliding everywhere.
Anybody want a scooter with a Sea-Doo body on it?
No.
Scoot, as Tyler Reddick would call it.
I got enough two-wheeled toys at my house right now.
I don't have enough.
And I'm going to be adding another one here soon.
I got a jar of dirt.
My house is a jar of dirt.
I live on a jar of dirt.
Danny DeVito.
Actually, I live on a giant ant hill, so. There's
So you
that.
live on a pile of dirt.
Yeah.
Ah, this chair is so fucked.
It's also a really shitty mobile home, so it is dirt.
Oh, Austin, I have the most brilliant idea ever. So, I am going to be getting a first-gen Honda Goldwing from a guy at church. I want to turn it into a cafe racer. So, here's where the brilliant idea comes in. I was looking for performance parts for that engine. And
First gen WRX turbo.
no. The best way to get a performance, like good performance out of a Goldwing, like one of the 4-cylinder ones, is to take the 1200cc engine from the early 80s, take the cams from the 1975 and 76 Goldwings, put them in that
Green
cam
flag,
or
green
that
flag.
engine, put it in a first-gen Goldwing frame,
Okay,
and then
here comes
supercharge
your
it.
first time black.
Alright.
So here's where the cool idea comes in. If I do that, I'm going to have an extra Goldwing engine laying around with nothing to do with it. So I came up with the brilliant idea of a hand-built, hand-crafted 2-seater roadster with a Goldwing engine in it. Only ways probably I would like to try to keep it down at like 1,600 pounds. Doesn't have to be crazy fast. Because
That weight, it doesn't matter.
yeah. And then it got me thinking, what if this worked out, what if I just started doing that, like building roadsters with engines from old and wrecked motorcycles?
Move up to a little bit bigger bike at that point after the Goldwing.
Well, I could do whatever I want. Like I could do so my thought was whatever engine configuration it is that I end up acquiring would determine what kind of build the roadster would be. So a Goldwing is a boxer engine.
Right.
So I would build a rear-engined, rear-wheel drive like a Porsche.
Like mounted a little high.
Yeah. And so it'd be like a 1,400-pound Porsche. A V-twin or a V4 or one of those that sounds like a big American V8, one of those engines, would be a front-engined, like a Shelby Cobra style roadster.
Yeah.
Superbike engines like Hayabusa, Gixxer, Ninja engines would be a mid-engine, like a supercar, like a Ferrari or a Lamborghini style build.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts?
I could see that. See, I've always liked the idea of doing like a single seater little roadster type thing with a motorcycle engine. But that's just based purely on weight.
Yeah.
And I don't like people, so I don't want people that close to me anyway. So
I mean, I thought about that too, but it's like, if I took this, like, the Woodward Dream Cruise is like an hour away from my house every summer. It'd be fun to take that down there for the Dream Cruise with a passenger. Because then
Yeah,
we
I
both
can
would get
see
to
that.
experience
Alright,
everybody
ticket flag.
trying to figure out what this thing is.
I can see that.
18s. Just didn't get enough time to get the heat in the tires.
The only thing that I am unsure of what to do is what do I make the body out of?
Fiberglass is
Slabs.
complicated and carbon fiber is expensive.
I had thought about. So this is gonna sound stupid until I finish. So hear me out. I craft and shape the body out of paper mache, but then after it's made, I epoxy it.
I mean,
How much?
I guess you're not really gonna trust it in a wreck anyway. I was gonna say,
That-
there's always 3D printing.
There is.
There's a company now that came out with a Miata top, hard top for first-gen Miatas, and you can buy the 3D print file from them directly, and you print it out in pieces, and then you, I guess, glue it together.
Interesting.
And so, I mean, if you could do a hard top for a Miata, you're not talking that much more to design a body, I guess. Especially if you got a decent-sized 3D printer or access to one.
I don't know if I do. But then I got to deal with the designing it and programming it and everything.
You gotta design it anyway.
Yeah, but
What you do is you make something small, and then you take it and have it 3D scanned, which these days is super cheap. You can buy 3D scanners on Amazon.
Yeah. The problem that I have, the other problem that I have, is I am 6'4". So that would mean I would have to stretch the proportions. Like if I wanted to build it like a scaled down version of a actual car, I would have to stretch the proportions to give me enough legroom.
Well, that's why you just build it to rough scale.
Oh, and the other thing about trusting it in a crash, that's what the framing underneath the body is for.
Well, as I said, I wouldn't really trust it in a crash anyway. You don't trust a motorcycle in a crash, so.
That's true.
I was just kind of throwing that out the window to begin with.
Yeah. It'd be cool to take this thing to like track days too.
But that's an interesting idea for sure. But I would say 3D printing would probably be your most reliable way to go about building a body for such a thing these days.
That's
3D printing
probably
is
true.
cheap.
That's probably true. It does take away a little bit of the handcrafted aspect of it though.
I don't think so. I mean you're still going in and you're hand designing. Manufacturing is very, very expensive.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, manufacturing is manufacturing. Because if you were gonna have send the parts out somewhere and have them stamped, you're gonna have to have them stamped. You're gonna cure carbon fiber at home.
Did you qualify, Terry?
I did. Where did I qualify?
I'm looking
Good to see you there, Mark.
15th.
I qualified 26th.
It's not bad.
One to go.
I
Next
think I
time
am
by.
gonna do
Line
the
up
rolling
on the
start
left
this time
side.
since I
Closed.
qualified.
Pit
for
road
the
is
pack.
closed.
27 cars
The
actually put
estimated
time
strength
down.
of field is
We
1,127.
1,127
It's competitive out
is
there.
very
Head down,
by the
stay
way.
sharp.
We had 25 lay down a lap. Slowest guy that laid down a lap was a 1:23.5, and then from 26th to 36th, nobody qualified.
Gotcha.
So, how's everybody's day been?
Absolutely terrible. I hate my life. I want to die.
I
The
second that.
coolest roadster build
Sounds like
that
you
I
need
could
a
think
job,
of,
my guy.
if I were to build one, like the
Man, I'm
absolute
about to
for the
race
absolute
Sonoma.
like monster of a roadster, would be if I could
Recommend you
get
have fun right
access,
now.
or if I was able to obtain a
Got an extra joint. You want one?
supercharged Ninja H2 engine
That's the spirit.
and build
That's an
like
expensive bike.
I found a 2018 the supercharged engine pulled out of a bike for like $6,000.
Good luck, guys.
Need rebuild though.
Ooh, Austin.
Yes.
No.
I think you need to back away from your mic or turn it down just a little bit.
I don't have a physical microphone.
Yeah, good luck here, y'all.
What are you using?
My headset has a microphone in it.
Right. On Discord, you can turn down your audio.
I don't know how to do that.
It's in settings, voice and video.
Well, so nobody's ever complained before. You're the only person to have ever
There
said
are
anything.
2 additional
The
sets of
last thing you
tyres
said
during this race.
boomed
Have
my
a good
ears
race.
out.
You got time. You could turn him down on your end too, Shane.
No, we're rolling off.
Oh,
Like I'm looking here.
It'll be right at the top when you get to voice and video and settings.
Apparently, I just can't read.
Catch up,
There it
27
is.
car. Catch up, 14.
but yeah,
There you go.
if I could build like a 1,400-pound car that looks like a Honda NSX, the old ones, with a Ninja H2 engine in it, it'd be 1,400 pounds with 280 horsepower.
Yeah, that'd be something.
The only thing I don't have would be reverse. I'd have to figure out how I'm going to have a reverse gear.
Put a starter motor in it.
I thought about that.
You could either put a starter motor in it, or you could go take the hub motor from a Prius
Yeah,
and use an electric reverse.
I could do
Guys,
that.
we need to catch up. What are we doing?
Or look at the newer Gold Wings. Newer Gold Wings have a reverse on them.
Yeah, I know. I just I believe that it's the starter itself.
Is it the start? Okay, so that's kind of what I was thinking it was as well. Is it was
But
just the starter engages
What you
backwards.
do on it is they have a second switch next to the starter button on the handlebars.
Mhm.
That you flip that switch and then you hit the starter button
Good luck here,
and
y'all.
it spins the starter backwards.
Yeah, that's what I thought. All right, so that at least
Get ready.
is right
You're
along
in
the line.
green.
Gonna need it.
Yeah.
What
The
gear y'all
other
going
issue
in?
that I
Harley's
would
good.
have would be trying to
Or
figure
for weight.
out how to, if I want to do a chain drive
Who dat?
to the rear axle somehow, or convert everything to shaft drive. Because the chain drive bike,
I couldn't imagine
Green
it'd be
flag,
that
green
difficult
flag.
just to have the axle key.
I just don't know
Fun.
how to make it like not locked like a posi.
Wow, leader Rex and I get a black flag. Okay.
They do have
Power
chain
on.
drive differentials. You could use a clutch.
Keep to the left. Still there, hold your line.
Somehow we didn't die in
There's an
turn
incident
one.
ahead.
I'm
Clear on the
impressed.
left, 2 wide. Clear on the right.
Oh, you could use a an ATV differential.
Car on your left. Stay
I
on the
might
right.
have to pull it apart and make beefier internals for it.
Still there, hold your
Right.
line. Clear.
I don't know much about ATVs. I don't know what kind of power they'll hold, but I know they'll hold some torque.
I don't think they'll hold 280 horsepower though.
No, I don't think so either. But I know they'll hold some.
Sorry about that, man.
Car on your left. Stay on the right. Clear on the left.
Survived lap one.
I almost did. I got put in the
All
brake, I
right,
saved it.
to fix that fucking bullshit.
You might look too at the N600 Honda and see what their drivetrain looks like.
Are those the old?
Yep, those are the original the motorcycle powered Honda, 600 cc.
That's what I thought it was.
Stay on the right.
Yeah. So you might take a look into those drivetrains, because I know those are
Clear. Left side. Clear.
belt-driven, partially, but I'm not sure. I think that's just between the engine and transmission. And then they have some kind of other funky shit going on with the drivetrain.
Yeah,
Those are weird little cars.
they are, but they're also cool.
Oh, they're great little cars. I got a friend right now, they're putting a 1000cc engine off of some BMW adventure bike into one.
Nice. Another thing that is cool about this idea is I would basically have a sequential transmission too.
Yeah? Yeah. Now, in that, how are you looking at managing the clutch? Are you looking at going and running a separate line for the clutch, or are you looking at doing a hand clutch on the shifter?
There's an incident behind.
I'd run like a clutch pedal,
Okay.
but it would be cable operated. I think. Depends on where the engine is located in relation to the clutch pedal, I guess.
Yeah, I would say, I mean, hydraulic wouldn't be too difficult, especially these days.
Yeah, they've got hydraulic kits for a lot of bike engines.
Be nice if I could see where the field.
I would say anything you can do, any of the hydraulic kits you can stick on a Honda too.
Yeah.
They're all pretty small.
And then I gotta figure out wheels. Do I want to go like 1930s Roadster style wheels, or do I want to go like Miata wheels?
Miata wheels, probably something in a 4x100 would probably be your best bet.
I just spun.
Michael, did I
Just
clip you?
based on pure
Or
accessibility.
did you spin yourself?
Yeah.
No, you quit me.
Okay, I heard. I was wondering, because I didn't get a 2X or anything for it.
Leave room for whoever then acquires said giant go-kart to put their own wheels on it if they'd like.
Yeah.
Does this race not have full course yellows? No.
The first thing that I was going to do, I wasn't going to start designing this thing until I got the extra Goldwing engine, because I'm going to build it around how the engine will get mounted into the frame.
Full course yellows, we'd never get a green flag laughing.
I wanted to stick a motorcycle engine in my Civic at one time. I used to have a 83 Honda Civic hatchback.
Oh, they're cool.
It was a fun little car. I had two of them, an 80 and an 83. I paid less than $2,000 for both of them. But I was supposed to be able to put, I had a turbo Civic wagon, and I was supposed to take the engine out of that and put it in the hatch. But a friend of mine that we were supposed to do that, it all fell through and never happened, and then I sold both cars.
Dang.
That would have been a fun car too. It had a turbo D series in it. It was on 22 pounds.
Wow.
It made 300 horsepower at the tire in a wagon, which, if you know anything about it, yeah, it was, but it was heavy. It's for Hondas, as far as Hondas go, it was heavy. It was what did I think? It was 2,300 pounds, 2,400 pounds, which is pretty hefty for a Honda.
Yeah.
Still there. Clear.
And that hatch with the way it was set up without a driver in it was 1,800 pounds. And that car was fun as it is with a 85 horsepower in it. I figured that at 300, it had been just right at the spot where the axles were known to snap. And so it's one of those things you'd have to be real careful. It would have been right on the edge of having to go and dump $3,000 or $4,000 into custom axle.
On the right.
Yeah.
And that's also part of why the project never quite took the place it was supposed to.
Yeah.
I'd had more money in axles than the whole damn car.
Yeah. I guess, speaking of axles, when they do the trike conversions on Goldwings, the rear end is actually 1980s Mustang rear end.
Is it? Is that a
Yeah.
conversion on those? I thought those were always factory. I didn't know that was a conversion.
Well, to make it into a trike, that's what they use.
I was saying because Harley sells trikes, so I always just assumed that Honda sold them that way too.
They do. It's just a conversion that they do. Kind of like back in the day, if you wanted a Boss 429 Mustang, they would send out a Cobra Jet to Carcraft.
Right.
It's like one of those deals.
Okay.
Right side. Clear on the right.
So I theoretically could put I guess it was like the 4-cylinder rear end, so the 7 1/4 or whatever rear end that they had.
Yeah, but at that point, it's just about the same size as an 8.8.
That's true.
And if you're going to put something in there that takes some abuse, you might as well.
Yeah.
9 inches are in short supply, but the 8.8s are still pretty plentiful. For now.
In my opinion, I think the 8.8 is a little bit better because I feel like they're easier to change the gears out of.
I don't know anything on the mechanical side. I've never taken them apart. But...
Well, the diff cover on the 8.8 is in the back of the diff.
Yeah, okay. Is it
On
always
a-
a 9 inch to the front?
On a 9-inch, it's in the front, so you gotta pull the whole diff out, like to change the axle and everything. I think you gotta pull the whole front cover off, which means you gotta take the drive shaft out and everything.
You know, I should have known that. I had a Thunderbird with a 9-inch. It does sound familiar, though.
Don't
I
get
guess I
me
was
wrong,
wrong.
it is a strong axle. Like, you'll never kill it.
Right, but getting a hold of them these days is difficult, too.
Well,
But I mean,
getting
I
hold
had
of
an
a used
Explorer.
one.
I had an Explorer with an 8.8 in it, and I beat the piss out of it. Never had
Yeah.
any problem. You
Yeah,
can ask
and
Shane, he rode in that, I beat that motherfucker like it owed me money.
then the other thing I got to think about is, do I want solid axle or independent rear suspension?
3rd gen Camaro had independent rear suspension, which is fairly easy to get access to. Most F-bodies had the same rear end.
Honestly, I don't see why I couldn't use like a Miata rear end. If I'm going that small,
yes.
just pull everything out of a Miata. The whole
Yes,
rear.
have you ever seen the whole rear end of a Miata part?
No.
It's kind of a goofy little thing, but it probably would work.
For something that light, it
Yeah.
probably.
The rear end of a Miata, they don't like much past 300 horsepower.
I don't think I'll ever see that anyway.
Just keeping that thought live, they don't like much more than about 300 horsepower. They get a little hinky after that.
Well, there's only one motorcycle engine I can think of that would put that kind of a rear end in danger, and that's the supercharged Ninja H2 engine.
Yeah, I guess you're right. Nothing stock should be making anywhere close to that.
Like, even my engine I've got in my bike right now, my 1100, with everything that I want to do to it, I'm still not going to break 200 horsepower.
Yeah, I guess I gotta put that into perspective. The motorcycle company much horsepower.
I mean, horsepower
Because they
to
don't need it.
displacement. Horsepower
Right.
to displacement, they make a ton.
Right.
Like, mine, for how old it is, it's quite impressive. It makes 1 horsepower for every 10 cc's.
That is, and I realize that they're definitely a lot more efficient.
For a
But
43-year-old engine, that's really good.
Right. Right. My brain grew up with, I grew up with 400 horsepower pickup trucks and big block cars, and
Yeah.
I never
And-
grew up around motorcycles. This is still new to my life.
Yeah, and mine with I don't know if I got something wrong with my carb jetting is wrong or whatever, but it stumbles really hard when I get on it for a second. But even with that and it burning oil, it is faster than the 5.7 liter Charger police cars.
Okay, well, to be fair, that Hemi is dog shit, and they are slow as snail shit.
Well, yeah, but still, it's a Hemi.
I used to dog on Hemis in my 5.3 Silverado.
Fair. But I don't know if I'm losing fourth gear or my clutch is going bad. But at 115 miles an hour, it popped out of fourth gear. And by then, I took off in the wrong gear too. I took off in second gear. And I was, by 115, I was 4 car lengths ahead of the Charger.
It definitely don't take much to be faster than a Charger.
Left side.
Just tease him about his valves.
Still there. Clear on the left.
It is as fast as I've raced 2023
New bar.
Kawasaki Ninja ZX6R.
Okay.
Engine's a little bit more than half the size of mine.
Yeah, that's a 650. Yeah,
It's a 600.
600. Okay.
Just ran a 117.
Oh, jeez. But I make twice as much torque, but it makes they make similar horsepower. And I am as fast as it until I top out. Because I have a 5-speed and he has a 6-speed. And he can do 6,000 more RPMs than me.
I'm not looking for anything that fast. I'm done running from. Giving that life up.
I don't need anything that fast either, but I've already got, in the grand scheme of things, a pretty fast bike. But I want to be able to say that I am still just as fast as the new bikes.
I want something reasonable. I don't want it to be slow. I'm not, looking for a sub 100-mile-an-hour bike, but I'm done running from the tops these days. I'm not looking for anything that bad.
Yeah.
I had a little 50cc scooter that I used to ride all over the place. I love that motherfucker. That was great. But it's in my backyard right now because I'm pretty sure that the carburetor can be flushed. The carburetor, but I don't know how to do that. So
Too bad you didn't live closer.
I don't know jack shit about carburetor, which is odd for a guy that likes old cars. I don't know jack shit about carburetors.
Yeah, I was working on my cousin's bike yesterday. He's got a 2023 Honda, and it's all fuel injected and computers and all of that stuff. And I was so annoyed getting into it. I pulled the gas tank off, and there's like 50,000 different things I have to get off the bike just to get to the spark plugs.
14 sensors and 97 wires.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
he's asking me, he goes, "You really like working on the old stuff, huh?" I go, "Yeah." He goes, "Why?" I go, "You see all of this stuff that I gotta take off just to get to your spark plugs?" He goes, "Yeah." I go, "Let me show you a picture of my bike with the gas tank off." And I did, and it's literally gas tank, frame, spark plugs.
Yep, that's why I like my Chevy.
You got a toy car on the right. Go left.
Yeah, you look under the hood of Shane's car and not that bad.
Yeah.
But I can't live with an older vehicle for the rest of my life, so I've decided to buy a new truck.
I got a 2009 PT Cruiser as my car, and my right side headlights are out. I've changed the bulbs and they still don't work. And the reason that they still don't work is in 2006 they changed the wiring for the whole car, and they made the right side high and low beam headlight circuits run through the tipple module, which is the brain for the car. And the first thing to go when the brain goes out on this car is the right side headlights.
Sounds like
So-
a PT Cruiser. Sounds like some shit Chrysler would have thrown together.
Yeah, so I could get a used computer, have it programmed to my VIN number and everything. $500 to go that route.
I think Shane was telling me about this.
Or, with my friend's discount at the Chrysler dealer up the road, I get a brand new one from Chrysler for $1,800.
Ooh.
It's just a lot of money to
My
spend.
fault.
That's a lot of money to dump on a PT
I
Cruiser.
thought you left
That's
it
a
open
lot of
for
money
me.
to spend on a car to get the headlights to work again.
Yeah.
Uh-oh. I am losing frames.
Shit, we got a 2011 Mazda 3. And the transmission's starting to act up in it again. It had some issues before we got it. The dad gave it to us, and he put 2 transmissions in it. And now the transmission's starting to have some issues again, and we're thinking about just getting rid of the damn thing. Gotta put in a
Yeah.
transmission in it.
She's had enough transmissions.
Yeah. It's like,
There's an incident ahead.
Put a manual
Got a straight
transmission
arrow
in
on
it
the
and call it a
right.
day.
Stop on the right.
see, that's the thing is, I'm not a mechanic. Her dad is, but he's not a mechanic anymore. He's not much of anything anymore.
Again, too bad y'all didn't live closer.
She won't drive stick anyway, though.
That's the problem with what happens with us making friends online is they're always all across the country.
Yeah.
That's because, Shane, our friends that we generally align with don't like to live in places like we live.
True.
But see, autism tends to work like Bluetooth.
I am on the same spectrum.
So it works like Bluetooth. It connects us all together.
Is the entire Eagle Fang chat on the spectrum?
Nah, I would say about, let's see, Jade's in there, so not Jade. Who else is in there?
Heck.
Check here. Connor, yes. Sherman, yes. Boomhauer, that's questionable, but I would say yes. And Max, honestly, I haven't spent enough time around Max to give an answer on that.
Oh, he's on the spectrum.
I was like, but I would believe it. I was like, yeah, this is going to be the next words out of my mouth. I'd believe that too. So, aside from Jade, yes.
Wow.
Like I said, it works like Bluetooth. We just kind of.
I think that we need to change the name of the team. Just Autism Awareness Racing.
I was going to say autism speaks. We probably do more good for autism than they do. I can be behind it and take over autism. No, I totally thought about something though. I learned about a group of guys. They go by Skids for Kids. They build burnout cars, and they do these big events for kids, for toys and shit. I was like, man, how cool would something like that be a part of?
We could do something like that with the motorcycle roadsters.
Just something in general. I was thinking, how cool would that be in general? I've always wanted to build a burnout car, and so this would be my excuse to build a burnout car, because I don't
Yeah.
think she'll let me build a burnout car otherwise. I got too many things going on. What do you want, dog?
Oh, that's gonna be another track.
I have a feeling that I'm gonna end up DQ'd in
You
this
got the
race.
cord. You've got to slow down and give up that time.
Just like I did at Coda, from off tracks and spinning out. I'll have 0 damage to this car whatsoever, but I'm gonna get DQ'd from off tracks and spinning out.
Yeah, I feel it.
I'm already at 7x.
Same.
Because I've gone off the track every lap for the last 4 in turn 10.
Oh, I have not. I just
Thank you.
spun a couple of times early race.
All of the leaders keep catching me right before we get to turn 10. And then I try to give them room, and I also try to not be like 50 miles an hour slower than them going through there. And I end up just completely missing the corner.
And you want a Falcon wagon? With Astro
Always.
turf on the floor? Or not a wagon? You mean not a wagon? It's a van.
Oh, no.
We need to be looking for engines for the car before we get another car.
I can buy all the cars I want.
I can't buy shit.
I am independent of this racing organization.
Somebody needs to send me money, and I'll go pick up that engine.
That would honestly be a
I think
good
we gotta make money.
deal. Dude. Yeah, we don't have money right now.
That'd still be like a 5-hour drive for me, but I can still go get it.
Get your little motorcycle trailer.
I don't need a motorcycle trailer. That thing's light enough. I can put it in the back of my PT Cruiser.
So your motorcycle trailer and then make it a 5-hour motorcycle trailer. Then you got a reason.
I don't want to. I don't want to haul
That
anything.
sounds like a terrible
Hey,
experience.
Well-
you kid.
My bike is not exactly the healthiest at the moment, and on top of that, I wouldn't want to haul a car engine on the trailer behind it anyway, especially with it being the way that it is right now.
Hey Shane,
What?
I found a whole car for $1,100.
We just got done saying we don't have money.
No, but like, this is over in Arlington. This isn't far from us. And to be fair, it's a Mustang too, so I don't give a shit if we take it off the road.
Save the subframe in the front if that's what you're gonna do.
Oh no, that would be definitely because it doesn't have a title, so we'd have to cut it up.
Where the hell did that car come from?
Yeah, save the
Shane's is
subframe. We'll
actually
use
kind
it
of a
for.
nice
I don't know, man.
little
That would
car. I'm
carry
gonna send
it
it to
like
the-
he would die to you all of a sudden.
We can use the front clip for my Roadster. I am really dumb. I literally just listened to you say you're gonna send that to the group. I heard my phone go off, and I'm like, who the heck is texting me right now?
When do you stop for tires?
At least,
when do we stop for tires? I'm over here like, bro, I'm running consistent laps. I'm just going.
I'm probably gonna.
I'm
live
just
somewhere in the
gonna
late
go
20s.
until I run out of gas, and then put gas in it, and maybe change the tires.
What I think I'm doing is just gonna run it out of gas.
This is a 4-speed car, but it wouldn't be bad. It's got headers on it.
Is it a 4-cylinder?
Yeah. Yeah, it's got a header on it. All right.
The only thing about you guys buying an engine out there is it'll make things more complicated to have me build it. If we bought one that was out here, I could go pick it up, bring it home, disassemble it, build it, and then I can either ship it to you guys or save up money for a 2,000-mile trip to the other side of the country.
Well, I thought we had also
Oh.
talked about possibly flying you up here anyways.
It might be cheaper to have me drive.
It might be cheaper for him to just drive up here instead of paying for a plane ticket. Then he can bring the engine with him.
Yeah.
In
Yeah,
that,
'cause-
that front.
I was talking more for like if we bought an engine out here. Just fly
Right.
it up.
Well, I think this car would be a good buy. Honestly, I don't know what the hell a Mustang MPG is. It's literally like that's the model. I've never heard of that before.
Same, I've never heard
But
of that.
it's a Mustang 2 with a vinyl top. It's ugly and it needs to die. that is the only nice model car that came with this engine that I'm completely okay with removing from the road.
Put a fuel cell in it instead of the gas tank, and it wouldn't be so bad.
I think it's horrendously ugly. I don't think it has anything to do with the gas tank.
Well, it's based off the Pinto, and the Pintos
Oh.
explode when they get rear-ended.
You know what? I'd rather have a Pinto.
Is it a notch? It's a notchback, isn't it? That or Mustang.
No, it's a trunk. It's got a trunk. It's blue.
That's what I mean. It's not a hatchback.
Yeah, it's a notchback with a vinyl top.
Yeah, if it was a hatchback, they do look better.
Yeah, I mixed the terms if I was getting backwards. I shouldn't because I know the difference, but I still end up with a back.
Thank you.
What do you want, dog?
They just want attention.
Yeah,
Dog's the same way.
all she ever wants is attention all the time, 24/7. She's batshit crazy. Can you stop chewing on my fingers? Thanks.
Thanks. Freaking whoever just pulled up in front of me, 32.
I feel like I'm gonna end up with the same result tomorrow with the Coda setup, because my lap times are honestly about the same, except the Coda setup just
You
feels
really didn't
better.
buckle that car.
I'll be right back.
Thank you.
So what exactly does Exalta do as a company?
Paint. Chemical.
.22 laps in on these tires, and I just set my fastest lap of the race.
Fastest lap was when I know it was the 117 for sure. I just don't know when it was.
Mine was only a 120. I'm excited for Iowa, though. I feel really good about Iowa.
Fuck.
They say you cut the course. You'll have to slow down and give up the time gain.
Well, we just come out of the pit.
You're got to give me a minute. These tires are cold as donkey shit.
Yeah, I'm probably going in for the next lap.
So I've almost perfected the setup they used in Jeff Gordon's T-Rex car
Clear on the left.
for Charlotte with the Gen 4 car.
The cage just drive through me.
It's almost there. I just really hope that I don't have to start over when the new Gen 4 car comes out.
Those cold as donkey shit tires got me.
Alright, I'm back.
Come on, fucking lap cars. Thanks a lot, buddy.
I apologize,
This
but I
is a
just
nice
came in there too hot. I had burst tires.
Can't wait till they give us the mini stocks on here.
That's
So the MPG package for the Mustang don't mean jack shit.
New fast left for you.
So we're not tearing a rare model Mustang off the road.
lap 27.
You got a slow car on the left.
Is that your best lap on lap 27?
Yep, it's my second 117 that I've noticed.
I just crashed. I don't think it really killed it though.
You suck.
Yeah, I don't feel bad taking this off the road at all. It only meant something in the first year.
Go ahead here, Sam.
In 75, it meant it came with a 2.3 318 and a catalytic converter.
That don't mean nothing.
Oh,
No.
boy, it had a catalytic converter.
Right. Guess what? If it was built in California, it had a catalytic converter
Car on
anyway.
your left. Clear.
But that's what it meant. And then after 75, all base model 4-cylinder Mustangs all got the MPG nameplate. So it basically means nothing.
So I spun as I went under the across the finish line to take lap 26 and nosed it into the wall, and I feel like the car's better now.
Hell yeah. Seems legit.
side. Stay on the right. Clear on the left. Coming up on halfway here.
Bro.
You're in the top 10.
I think I'm gonna rent a Polaris and stuff for a weekend. I want to drive one. That sounds like a ton of fun.
Yeah, this thing's definitely faster now that I nosed it into the wall. Now I gotta figure out what exactly... I gotta figure out what got messed up so that I can do it to our setup.
Do it on purpose.
You're gaining on the car in front. The gap is 1.1 seconds.
I don't know.
Right
Shane,
side.
did I tell you you can make your UTV legal now? Street legal?
No.
That's legal in Washington now.
Hell
Pit
yeah.
box in 10,
Now I can see a more valid reason to own one of those.
5,
Yeah.
3.
But like before, I just couldn't see. I couldn't see it.
Right
Spending
here.
$15,000 to use something you can only use basically at Tahuya.
It's legal here.
It wasn't legal here. We weren't allowed to up
here
until this year.
forever.
I've been hoping it'd be legal for a long time, but it's also led to some real creative shit. Like there's a guy in in Belfair that has a RZR with a Volkswagen Bug body on it
Have one set of tires remaining.
and a license plate. He took it down and got it registered as a Bug.
It's actually really cool.
There's another guy that's got one of them Honda things with a Suzuki Samurai body on it. Last guy's from Shelton, I think it was. Not that those places mean anything to you, but
I almost just ran broke the 119 barrier, but I spun coming out of the hairpin on turn 11. I didn't get an incident point though. I completely spun it around and put it in the infield, and I got no incident points, which is good because I've already got 14.
I hardly used that set of tires. That was 90s all around. Fuck.
They're pretty much free though when you're filling it up.
oh, tired now.
You cut the cord. You've got to slow down and give up
Because it
that
doesn't
time.
really take that much more time.
$4,000 for a Porsche Boxster. Boxster.
See, that's kind of what I was thinking with this Goldwing engine. Do something like a Boxster body around it.
From what I understand, those are pretty terrible cars. I don't know much.
Well, that's going to be the biggest difference. Is it's not going to be a terrible car
Right.
because it's going to have a Honda engine for one.
Well, there you go. You put a Ford Ranger body on
Leader,
it.
you jackass.
Clear.
No,
Reliability.
You're the one that put it fucking side by side coming through a corner that shouldn't be side
Nah.
by side, jackass.
It's already
How
got
much
a
fucking
Honda
cut me some
motor.
Slack. You're on old ass tires.
a Honda Goldwing motor, one of the most
And you turned
reliable
down
engines
into
on the
me,
planet.
so I don't know what you really want me to fucking do there.
Yeah,
except
from
hold
what
a
I
straight
understand,
line.
they're fucking tanks.
I saw a 2003 Goldwing 1800 with the 6-cylinder.
Huh?
Guy's got 687,000 miles on it. The engine's never been pulled apart. It doesn't leak. Nothing.
I believe it.
Left side.
I swear, them old guys, they buy them damn things.
Clear.
1998, they buy them, and then they ride them and don't change the oil ever. And then they fucking die, and then their wives sell them for $2,000, and then some assholes like us buy them and blow them up.
Yeah.
Or try to, anyway.
The car behind is closing on you. The Get these. Fine.
Those
Wait,
1800cc
dig it.
Goldwing engines make a ridiculous amount of power and torque. So it would be an incredibly... Like, I could build a Porsche 911 that weighs 1,400 pounds with that engine in it, and then it would be so fast. It'd probably be as fast as a real 911.
So I'm looking at a Fiera. Thinking put something like that in a Fiera.
No. No, because
Like
I want to
what?
be able to build the whole thing from scratch, like a tube chassis and everything.
Right.
I could have no floorboard in it if I really wanted to. Just be able to look down and see the ground, if I so desire.
Sounds sketchy.
I'm not gonna do that, but I could if I really wanted to.
What is this?
The other issue I would be running into, particularly with the air-cooled engines, is how to keep them cool. But I have a few ideas. I could I can do a flat bottom, like how the NASCAR next gens are. They've got the underpan. I could do that and run a bunch of crazy ductwork from the front of the car underneath the floor and everything, up into the engine compartment if the engine's in the back.
You just put some big fans on it too.
Put a bunch of computer fans in there.
I mean, you don't have to be computer fans. You can just use electric fans.
That's pretty much what they use in all the water cooled bikes. They use pretty much. It's just like a glorified computer fan.
Yeah. Connor would like to. Connor talked about using computer fans to cool his Honda. I didn't think that would work. But...
I mean, they don't use a whole lot of power, so it wouldn't put too much stress on the motorcycle's charging system.
Yeah.
Not that I would be running a whole bunch of crazy stuff on it anyway. Like a radio.
I was gonna say, yeah, I couldn't imagine much more than like a radio, some speakers.
I guess I have to have windshield wipers, whether I use them or not. I guess it's a requirement. I think it's a requirement.
It depends on well, I guess it depends on the state, because here you don't have to have windshield wipers if you don't have a windshield.
I mean,
if you wear a helmet, you don't have to have a windshield.
I was gonna have a roof on it, or not a roof, a windshield, but I don't plan on having a roof, which means that it won't be driven in the rain, so I shouldn't need windshield wipers.
Don't say that. Doesn't mean people won't do it.
But if I don't plan on driving it in the rain, I don't need to have the windshield wipers actually hooked up to anything. They could just be there to be there.
Yeah, I've seen some goofy shit. Depending on what state you live in, it leads to some weird things. Like sometimes you have to have windshield wipers whether or not you have a windshield or not. So I've seen roadsters with windshield wipers and no windshield.
Huh.
And so that's my favorite. Is I think it's Arizona. They require you to have windshield wipers no matter what. And so even if you don't have a windshield, you still gotta have windshield wipers.
That's really stupid, but okay.
I'd like to know what their purpose for that one is, but you know, it don't make no sense to me.
I am a firm believer of who needs windshield wipers when you have Rain-X.
Who needs windshield wipers if I don't have a windshield and I have safety spins? It'll be fine.
That too.
It's fine. I used a ratchet strap for a seatbelt, thumped it, said that's not going anywhere. We're gonna be all right. It's a life hack. If I thump it with myself secured, I'm gonna be fine. So I'm good.
My seat that I have on my sim rig is also street legal, so there's 5 pounds per seat right there.
I don't think Shane's seat is street legal.
Shane knows what kind of seat I've got.
And
It's
you're
pretty
an
cool.
absolute fucking
Shit,
idiot,
no,
dude. You
sure.
really need to figure
Yeah,
out
it's
which
not
line
street
you're going to
legal.
be running.
Hey, you know what? I've seen people with 5-gallon buckets. So I'm able to say it's arguably better than a.
Yeah, but no, I've got
Fucking killed my
actual
right front because
one-piece
you are completely
fiberglass
unpredictable.
bucket seat, racing bucket seat.
Oh, okay.
It
I don't even have a
only-
sim. I have a Shane's old wheel and pedal set.
It only weighs 5 pounds, so if I were to get 2 to make it a 2-seater, I'm looking at 10 pounds just with both seats.
You start looking at carbon fiber seats. Some of those are even less. Which
Yeah,
is
but
ridiculous to say.
these were $200 or $300 a piece.
Ooh, damn. I say I don't know what carbon fiber seats go for these days. I know it's less expensive than it used to be, but
Left side. Stay on the right.
still
Clear on the
crazy
left.
expensive. If it weren't for curing carbon fiber, it'd be a lot easier to do at home.
Yeah. I'm still really curious to see, like, the strength to weight ratio of my idea of doing the paper mache but coated in epoxy
Right side. Still
versus
there. Clear.
carbon fiber and fiberglass.
It would be interesting to see.
Like, if it's just as strong and weighs similar, I feel like it'd be cheaper to do that than to lay
What?
fiberglass or carbon fiber.
I'm sending this over to the chat because I want to know who rented a U-Haul box truck and then decided they needed a pickup.
That's the last
that'll
time I
make
left a
all
big
the
lap
sense.
hard by if I'm gonna get jumped for it.
And y'all see that.
I gotta drive through
Right side.
lap 90 or
Clear
not
on the
90,
right.
35. This isn't a 100% length race. So I've got nose damage as well. No wheel damage yet. Just nose damage.
I had a guy put me side by side coming past the start-finish line and was surprised as shit that because he'd squeezed me all the way to the outside wall, I ended up tagging him and almost spinning his ass out. Started calling me all sorts of fucking words and shit. I'm like, hey buddy, you know it's your responsibility to pass the lap car safely, and when you put it fucking into a position where you really can't go through there too wide, it's up to you to fucking pass me. So what do you want me to do? You want me to hold the straight line? What? Because I'm already doing that. He hasn't said a word since.
What position are you in?
Well, I was up in P10, but after my stop
Car
and
in
spinning on cold
P1,
tires,
just
I'm
at the
down
fastest
to
lap.
P14.
15.68.
I'm 20th right now. And I just blew through the S's. I'm really excited to build this Roadster now, because if it works out, I'd have one of the most reliable cars on the planet as far as engines are concerned.
17, dude, you got.
It'd be a rebuilt motor too. I'd be rebuilding it while it's out of the bike or car or whatever. I have not pit for tires yet or fuel.
I'd pit
I just did my drive-through.
Doing that.
I can see my hood. I got enough nose damage, but I just almost set my fastest lap of the race with 38 lap old tires and a bunch of damage. I might just get gas at this point.
Shane, I was thinking about something. We need to figure out if they allow us a pit bike at Evergreen. So that would be nice to have. So we're not, unlike, at fucking Derby having to run back and forth, it would be real nice to just not have to do that.
I mean, we only do one run and we go home.
Yeah, I guess that's true.
And there's no stops.
Yeah, I guess it's a little different in this situation. Honestly, I don't know shit about what it is that we're building this car for, to be fair with you.
Basically, a 4-cylinder late model.
I'll say I know that much I know.
More like a 4-cylinder street stock.
Which is like a late model. Kinda.
Alright, clear. Right side. Clear on the right.
Same. And I still have not pit.
You got a fuel save mode then too.
I got 2 laps of fuel left.
Oh.
I'm in 19th. I think I'm 3 laps down. I'm about to do this whole thing on one set of tires. I'm pitting now without for gas. I'm using the right front a lot, but besides that.
car in P2. Just set the fastest lap. 15.38. You got a slow car on the
They need to
left.
get these
Go
cars
right.
ready for
Go right.
rain on here. Set my fastest lap on 43 lap old tires.
So frustrating now. Sweat balls.
Alright, y'all. Well, I got a handful of things to do, so I'm going to bow out for a little while. Have a
Alrighty,
good
well,
one,
we're
Ian.
about 10 laps from the finish, so have a good one. Thanks for stopping by.
Yep.
In you go. This time by.
He's cool.
He's been with every race team that I've ever put together.
Nice.
Thank you. No problem.
You got the black
Damn it.
flag. You have to drive through the pits without stopping. Pit box in 10. Pit box in 5, 3, 2, 1. Right here.
Sorry, I was all over the brakes.
Finally broke into the 119s.
Car on your left. Stay on the right. Clear on the left.
Thank you.
Whoever said 35 needs to park it, I agree.
Whoever I just bumped there, you were blinking into eternity. I didn't mean to get into you.
Try to get away as soon as I can here, John.
Thank you. Thank you.
5 laps to go. Stay sharp.
On 18.
Two more, let's go. Car 5 is now leading. Car on your left. Keep to the right. Clear. You just got the white flag. That means one more lap to go. Car on your left. Clear.
Good win, man.
Johnny, that was amazing, dude.
Chicken flag,
Awesome
chicken
battle.
flag. Bit of schedule for
Yeah, I
testing. We'll
slipped
get
up
them
that
next
corner
time.
because there was some car blinking in front of me. He was like doing this back and forth jump thing, and it got me out of my timing, and I missed that corner. Thought I had you otherwise, though. Ugh, one missed corner.
Hey, that was a lot of fun, though, man. I appreciate you racing me clean. I'm sorry I got
I
rid of the
got
back
disqualified in the last corner.
Backed up that last
That's
one. I had
fucking
my
lame.
volume muted, so if you were cursing me out, I get it.
Me and the guy I was racing
Nope, I
with
didn't curse you out.
blew
Cursed
the
myself out for
hairpin
missing that
and
corner.
we collided.
I was just about to yell at that blinking car, and it just got me out of my rhythm. It was, you know, like when they blink, they warp, like close to near. He did that.
Yeah, I got you.
That
Good
was
race,
really
man. Sorry.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep, good win, man. You know, listen, Guys who make least mistakes win, so you earned it.
Good shit, 21. That was a lot of fun.
All right. That, ladies and gentlemen, was Sonoma. Woo-wee. All right, what's the damage here? Gained IR back and more SR. Fuck yeah. Here we go. Lol. So that fucking guy that yelled at me and shit like that and wanted to talk shit. Still here?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay. So that guy that wanted to talk all that shit, he ended up 21 laps down, and I believe, yeah, he finished 21 laps down. Fucking don't talk shit if you can't back it up. Like, like what the fuck? I finished 2 down. Only 4 cars were on the lead lap.
Wow.
It
I'm
looks
gonna
like
go
you got
run.
P20.
Yeah,
So that's not
I'm
bad.
gonna go. I'm gonna go run Xfinity cars at Atlanta with
Okay.
the Arcs guys.
Alrighty.
I will. Their race is about to start, so
Oh, that sounds like fun. Have fun with that.
I saw it popping up, and I was like, "Ooh, I'm actually not bad at Atlanta."
20 laps at Charlotte for the street stock. Ooh.
I
Trucks are at Michigan too.
I will catch you later.
Alrighty, buddy. Have a good one.
You
Thanks
too.
for stopping in.
Yep.
Well, all right, everybody. That's basically going to be our show. Yeah, they're pretty fun cars. But I want to thank you guys so much for tuning in. My name has been the Scream Fanatic. Catch you guys later. I don't know why I just gave Blue a kiss, but whatever. Bye.